Welcome to the Spurs 9501 podcast. From Kane to the Lane, the final say on all things Tottenham. Here are your hosts, Steve, Ray, Cam and Jam.
Welcome back to the Spurs 9501 podcast. I've got Somyadeep from Kolkata Spurs with us, our regular expert analysis contributor from India. So welcome to you. Somyadeep, give us your analysis of the match with Manchester City yesterday and the 3-0 defeat.
In the last two matches, not just Manchester City, it was a good team, good performance, but individual error cost us. In this case, defender, and it might be too harsh to say it, but maybe a goalkeeper too, because the two goals should have been saved. At least one of them should have been saved. I won't say two because error happens. And the third one, as I said in the last podcast, you play Sanchez over Diane and you'd pay a match. You really would.
Yeah, I think people don't understand why Toby wasn't playing. So Sanchez got another error.
I think one of the many reasons why Toby wasn't picked last match, because many people blame Toby for the last goal against Everton. Yeah. See, people don't understand. If Toby tracked him back, there was an open space for, I think it was Sigurdsson in the ball, right, before passing it to him. He would get a whole open space to dink the ball in. So I don't think he was at fault. No.
But regardless of that, I mean, Toby is better than Sanchez. So Toby and
obviously, he's one of the best defender in Europe. Even now, even at this age, he's one of the best defender. Yeah, he's probably the best defender in our team.
Yes. So tell me who you think played well yesterday. Who had a good performance for Tottenham?
I think best would be, it's surprising to say this, was Gareth Bale. Okay. Followed by that Tongi. Yeah, I mean, he came up, and I think if he started the second half, the team, we could have a better performance.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah. But it's hard to predict a game, so that's that. Apart from that, Tongi played pretty well. Kane was pretty decent. There's no other way of putting it. And I don't know what's up with Son. I mean, thing is, he was always awesome. He was always excellent against these games and these teams.
Yeah.
He's only decent now. That's the only way of putting it. I think the last significant contribution of him was the assist against Everton. Yeah. The last goal of us.
Yeah. How do you think Tanganga played in defense?
Awesome. As a player still trying to finding out his way, I was very happy seeing him crossing the halfway line and just bombing on other team defender. Yes, it was great to see that, and that's one player we need to keep an eye on for the future. He's one for the future.
Sure. So, and who didn't have a good game yesterday? Who do you think? I mean, you mentioned Lloris and Sanchez. Is there anybody else who didn't play well?
I think it wouldn't be any fair.
Højbjerg gave away another penalty. He looks tired.
It was not his fault, because when we all play the game or something like that, I don't think it was pretty unfair to give that penalty,
Okay.
I think it was pretty unfair because we're not gods or something like that. We don't have the perfect physics or dynamics to control our body every time. Yeah. It was an accident in both the part. Like Gundogan also slipped out. Højbjerg also did. And it was not fair.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh maybe, I think. Yeah.
And Højbjerg really did play well yesterday. In the Everton game, you can say that there was a pretty nasty, sloppy errors and all that. But yesterday he played really well.
But even then, I think Manchester City were in second gear. They could have raised another gear and done it. So,
yeah.
So overall,
that's the thing that hurts most, because they didn't had to up their game. Even with this game, they thrashed 3 against us.
Yeah. No, I understand. So, what's I'll ask you a couple of final questions. What's your takeaways from the game? What do you take away in terms of our performance and the result? What do you think? What's the main takeaway from the game?
The same thing I said previous week, that if you don't change the defense lineup, and there's only one player. See, Joe Rodon had done the same mistake, but it's pretty understandable. He didn't have the experience, the pedigree, the one Sanchez made. And you're choosing Sanchez over Alderweireld seeing the last game's performance, yes, he scored 2 goals, but everybody missed the point that he almost gave away another one to Richarlison if Lloris didn't come up.
Yeah.
So you have to keep that in mind against big teams.
Yeah.
And secondly, sloppiness of Lamela. Okay, and I'm saying at individual basis, not a whole team basis, because I don't think so. The team played as a team like the one they did in West Brom. There was individual errors here and there everywhere on the pitch. Lamela is playing great. He's doing everything. He just needs to control his feet.
So Somyadeep, what do you think is going to happen now? Where do we go from here in terms of the league?
We are already out of the FA Cup. We have a final. And we have Europa League. I don't think we would finish top 4 in the league. I think we'd be lucky if we finish top 6. With this performance, I think we would be lucky.
Okay.
I just hope we don't give away the Europa League and Carabao Cup. I don't know. Because by then, De Bruyne would be back. Every player who was injured would be back. And yes, we would have Reguilon and other players also. But I don't know. It was a pretty dreadful week, to be honest. To be very honest.
Yeah, very good. But we live with hope anyway. So you think Europa League maybe our best to get into the top 4, yeah?
Then again, there are teams like Man U who are, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's hope that we don't score, we don't get thrashed by them also. That's the only thing I wish for.
Yeah. Okay, Somyadeep, thank you very much for your time. And as always, you finish with your Cholo Spurs. Are you going to do that for us?
Yeah, Cholo Spurs.
Thanks very much, Somyadeep. Appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
Take care. After the next match. Take care. Bye.
You've been listening to the Spurs 9501 podcast. Stay in touch, continue the debate, and let us know what you want to discuss by finding us on YouTube. Tune in after the next match day for more insight. Thanks for listening.